Okay, so good morning, everyone. Michelle Alcorn is going to be co-hosting with me today, and it's a very special day. So I'm going to let you all know ahead of time, we may have a little bit of emotion going on because of a lot of breakthrough that has happened over the last couple of years. And so proud of this woman because today is day one that, yesterday was her last day at a job for 27 years that she is committed to. Now she has taken a part-time job, but I want to walk you guys through the progression of what has happened here, okay, over the last couple of years. And has it been a couple years, Michelle, or has it been about a year and a half?
Yeah, no, started coaching in mid-December 2018.
Okay, I
So
can't do that math. So how long has
yeah,
it been?
that's been over 2 years, like 2 years and 3 months.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, so I want to walk you guys through the progression because I think this is really important to know as we are moving people forward and helping to partner. Now, so first of all, like Michelle said yes to program. Her husband Mark was kicking and screaming. Her husband Mark was very I think he's on here somewhere. Was very challenging, like everything, resisting program, resisting everything. We walk them through. Mark lost 200 pounds, right, on this program. Their life has been drastically changed. Michelle lost, how much did you lose, darling? I always feel like I give Mark the glory and then I'm like,
60 pounds.
how
Yeah,
much was it?
660.
660. You guys, like their life is so different, like so different. And Michelle has really, like, I don't know anyone who is so hungry for growth and learning and reading and on every single training she could possibly get on. And when she had her full-time job, like she is not a smoker, but she has taken smoke breaks. Tell the story, Michelle, of why, so you could jump and get on trainings. She was like, everybody else takes smoke breaks. Why can't I take a smoke break?
Yeah, so what I did, it was when COVID hit, initially I could work from home. I'm a therapist in a school, so we did our work from home so I could do get on these power hours that they started. And then when I had to go back to work, I had to start, obviously more responsibilities. But I thought, man, I get so much value from what you guys share, the first part of power hours. So I started taking 15, 20-minute smoking breaks. I'd close my office door and I'm like, hey, lots of people at work smoke. They go outside, smoke in their cars for 20 minutes. I'm going to take a smoking break but I'm going to be inhaling like the energy and the high frequency and the love and the commitment and the growth of you guys. So, which really did keep me plugging away at my job. So yes, I took smoking breaks when
I love it. It's the greatest story. She's so on purpose, you guys. So anyway, the doors were open for her to, take another job. She's basically going to be working like half of the hours and triple the pay. What an open opportunity. Now, mean, I'm telling you all of your story, Michelle. You tell your story, okay, of just synopsis of what you have stepped into, what Optavia has opened for you. You go for it. I'm going to zip my lip. Go for it, girl.
That's okay. Yeah, it just and I didn't realize how emotional I'd be until I started talking to Lori this morning. So forgive the tears. It's just you know, these are good tears. Although I know when we cry it always looks nasty and slobbery and icky and undignified, but these are good tears. So I just I've been a therapist at children's homes since 1994. And I don't know if any of you are aware of like being a social worker and not-for-profit agencies, but there's a lot of stuff that goes along with that. And for like 4.5 years, I stepped away to be a grief services coordinator at a funeral home, which that's a whole nother story, but I really needed that. And so for 27 years now, I mean, I've just been at jobs where I've had to be there at 7:45 in the morning, leave when I was in residential, like not until 6 or 7 at night. And then at Keeper School, I could leave about 3:30. But so um, me being able to do what Lori just said is like me taking a big step towards fulfilling my goal. And, um, you know, I'm going to try and stick with my notes here. Otherwise my thoughts go wild. But and here's the deal. I didn't even know I had goals. I didn't even know I had dreams. My thought was I'd just work at Kiefer School to retire at 65, you know, save up enough money to be able to retire and do a few vacations. And then Lori opened up this whole new world. So now I have a dream of wanting to be a hope dealer. And I want to contend for other people's dreams. And that was never on my radar until Lori convinced me to become a coach over 2 years ago. So here's the deal. I am a dream within somebody else's dream. And I'm going to read you guys just a few sentences in a minute, but I want to explain that. Recently, Lori presented our lineage from Dr. A, like where we are in that line. Dr. A had a dream. He was tired of working in a system where it was too late to save people's lives. And so he decided, I'm going to be proactive and I'm going to help them get healthy before it's too late. And that was his dream. And it started out like he had huge dreams. Now look how large this dream has become, like the second fastest growing company in the world. What an amazing dream that he's contended for. So he passed that dream on to Dan Bell, who we all know Dan Bell, who passed that dream on to Brian Drollinger, who passed it on to Terry and David Miller, who passed it on to Brad and Ashley Miller, who passed it on to Lori, who passed it on to Abe, who introduced me to Lori, and Lori contended for my dream. So Mark and I said no to Lori many, many times to becoming a coach. And now I know why she didn't stop. And we're able to get emotional. I'm so incredibly grateful she didn't stop. And she could have given up on me after the first no, after the second no, after the third no, but she didn't. She knew that there was so much more in this life for me than what I was living. I mean, I was just living life. I was just surviving. You know, I was just trying to keep afloat. And now I'm at a point where I have my own coaches, and you know, I've been imperfectly perfect at it, or is that the word that they phrase? Like I've got a lot of growth to do in that area, but I am now contending for other people's dreams because I know what is ahead of them if they take hold of what Optavia has to offer. And you know, my dreamer was broken. Mark's dreamer was broken even worse than mine was. Oh my goodness, the attitude and stubbornness of that man. I can say that because he's here right now, so I'm not talking behind his back. But so I just want to stay on track here. So, you know, just like Lori has contended for our dream and continues to contend for us. I mean, that lady's never given up on us, and we've had some ups and downs the last couple of years. We're helping other people fulfill their dreams, and then they're going to help other people fulfill their dreams. And it's just amazing what we're going to create. And I'm going to read just these couple of words here. This is out of Chase the Lion, a book by Mark Batterson. And he literally calls this chapter Dream Within a Dream. He says, our dreams are more intricately interwoven across time and space than any of us could ever imagine. Your dreams are possible because of the dreams that were dreamed before you, and the domino effect of your dreams will be felt for generations. For generations. This is a legacy we're leaving. It's not just, this is for generations. And then your greatest legacy isn't your dream. Your greatest legacy is the next generation of dreamers that your dream inspires, the dream within a dream. And then it says here, our dreams predate us. They were born long before we were. I was working at the Wilton Mortuary when Dr. A started Take Shape for Life. Did you think I would be here all those years later? Absolutely not. I wouldn't have even dreamed it. And our dreams post-date us. They make a difference long after we're gone. So we're not just working for today and living for today and contending for people's lives today. This is for generations to come. So so that's what we need to remember on those days when we get discouraged or when we feel like giving up on ourselves or other people. It's we're contending for people's lives here, and not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually and mentally. So so what I was going to do, Lori, she was so gracious to help me. I got done what I wanted to say. I'm like, oh crap, I don't know how to do this technical stuff yet. So she's going to show just the 59-second video real fast.
Quit living as if the purpose of life is to arrive safely at death. Run to the roar. Go after a dream that's destined to fail without divine intervention. Stop pointing out problems. Become part of the solution. Stop repeating the past and start creating the future. Face your fears. Fight for your dreams. Grab opportunity by the mane and don't let go. Live like today is the first day and last day of your life. Blaze new trails. Live for the applause of nail-scarred hands. Dare to fail. Dare to be different. Quit holding out. Quit holding back. Quit running away. Chase the lion. Quit living as if the
Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, so that was actually, if you go on to YouTube and look at Mark Batterson, To Dream Within the Dream, that's how he starts one of his sermons, and that's directly from his book. So the journaling questions, I'll give us like you guys a couple minutes to think about them and write them down, then we'll have a few people share. But you know, these are questions that really hit me hard today as I was thinking about the significance of today. But what is the next step you need to take to continue to pursue your dream or contend for other people's dreams? Like, for example, mine was, even though it was scary, I knew I needed to step out of my comfort zone for a job I'd had for 27 years and take another job. And then whose dreams are you currently contending for? And I know right now I'm learning more and more how to contend for the dreams of the coaches that Mark and I have brought on recently. So just take a couple of minutes to answer those, and then I would love it if a few people could share. Okay. Why don't we go ahead? Let's take a couple of shares. Who would like to volunteer first? Oh, okay. My husband, I guess, is asking. So hopefully he doesn't contradict anything I said. So
Is it good?
mhm.
No contradictions. Actually, you guys were both very kind to me, you and Lori as well. You know, one, as I'm taking my smoking break from my first day back to work, very emotional. Sorry, gotta take a drink for a second. The emotions come from, wow, you're amazing, but you always knew I felt that way. For me, your questions, I think, is going to better answer that. What needs to happen within me, basically, my dreamer is still somewhat broke. I'm not where Michelle's at, but I'm on the mend. For me, it's definitely getting into the word with my father, but my focus with that word has been how God views our dreams. And so many passages, I mean, just tons. I wish I could quote scripture a lot better, but talk about, one of my verses this morning was talking about ask and it'll be answered. And he wants us to dream. He wants us to live our fullest. And so for me, spiritual growth, but second thing is just as important for my dreaming right now is the Optavia growth. I'm hitting more and more trainings. I'm trying to hit them all now. And this is because of the line that Michelle talked from Dr. A down to Lori and Abe. Abe really got us into it, and Lori has just brought us forward, and Abe's always been a part of that. And so that progression of people believing in others is huge. And Lori, we always talk that this was a God thing. This has always been about God wanting to fix Michelle and I's dream. And it's being fixed because Michelle was much more open-minded, much more passionate. I was very negative, but now I'm becoming more and more open, more and more passionate. And then there's second question of who to share, who not to share with. I mean, that's my thing is that's off the table of who to share it. Everybody's going to get shared. And I'll share it anytime I can. I've shared it at ER visits. I've shared it at doctor's visits. I've shared it wherever, and I'll continue to share. And that's because I was open-minded, or I became open-minded. I'm still working on that, to listen to all the educators on Optavia, to grab a hold of what's going on, to be on Power Hour. I've in the past couple months, I've only missed 2 power hours, and those, in all honesty, were totally avoidance. I didn't have a choice. But so that's my takeaway. No bias here by any means.
Okay, thank you, sweetie. And for those of you, I don't know if you know Mark, I do love that man. So, okay, who would like to share next? Maybe I have one more person.
I don't mind sharing.
Yes, Orlando, please.
Okay, I don't know if my truck is really loud because I'm driving, but I wanted to say really, it's been really powerful when we start dreaming for other people. And it's been really great. There's a special lady on my heart that we're working with right now. She's a single mom, and she just started, she just launched, and it's really just fun to visualize her future self. And she's borrowing Kyla and I's belief, and just the shift from where she was that broken spirit to where she is now, to where she's becoming, it's just exhilarating to me to see that. And I love the whole dreaming thing, because like my dream, I came from a selfish point when I first started, like me, more clients. And then it's turned into like, wait, we can pass that on to other people. And that's just been fabulous that somebody believed in us, and now we're able to believe in others, and people are borrowing our belief like we borrowed everyone else's.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing, Orlando. And that's the thing too. And I've heard this so many times. The Lord tells me this: get out of your head and into your heart. It's not about offering people fuelings to lose weight. It goes so much more beyond that. And when we know the gift we have in our hands and we're coming from the heart, very, very, very powerful. So I don't know if Lori wants to add anything else to that before we share some whatever postings for today.
Yeah, I'll just thank you, thank you for that, Michelle, and for Mark. And, this is when you guys are partnering with people, just understand the process and the journey that people are on and where they're at and how high and how strong is their dreamer. Most of us have never dreamt before since we were little, and we're giving permission to do that. And sometimes people say, oh yes, I want to dream, and then they resist and they go back into their shell again and say, nope, I don't want it. I don't think this is for me. Let's not be surprised by that, you guys. Mark and Michelle and I have had a lot of conversation over the last couple of years. A lot of conversations. And there was plenty of times where Mark was like, yeah, just not feeling it, right? Like just being totally transparent here. But Michelle kept contending and contending and contending. And she started literally chasing that lion. So whatever you guys take away from this today, I just want to encourage you that yes, you are chasing your dream, but the only way that you can succeed in Optavia is when we really start chasing other people's dreams. And that we teach them to chase their dreams. We teach them how to chase their dreams. So the next time a client cancels or that a coach stops answering your phone calls, what are we going to do with that? What are we going to do with that? Are we going to say, nope, they're out, they're done? Let's think about that for a second. Okay. I think the partnership, I think that always being there and knowing and respecting people are at where they're at in life and really learning leadership, the conscious leadership that we talk of all the time. You know how many conversations, like the only difference between me and you guys is that I've gotten a lot more no's. I've had a lot more conversations. I've had a lot more people that want to give up on their dreams. But when I believe in someone, when I really see what's possible for someone, it's almost like I don't take no for an answer. Right, Michelle?
Yeah, she literally I joke with Lori, she literally developed my story for me and said, we're going to put this out there, and threw it on Facebook. And I got off the phone with Mark and I'm like, what the heck just happened here?
But you know what's true is that I know when I see a dream in someone's heart and I see the desire, if the desire is there, like you can't even say something out loud about a dream unless it's destiny. Like go chase it. Go chase it. It's going to be hard. We're going to have the obstacles, but it's there for you. What's it going to feel like to get on the other side of that dream? And so today is just, it's so powerful. Like it's so powerful. We've been waiting this day. We've been having the countdowns to this day for Michelle for so long. And now just looking at, yeah, maybe her and Mark aren't done with work completely yet. But what this has done is this just bought her an additional 15 hours a week. That's what this gave to her, right? So we take it in the small baby steps. We help to create, we partner with people and where they're at. So I could go on and on and on, but thank you for this beautiful message today, Michelle and Mark. Just thank you for this beautiful message, because every single person here needed to hear it, whether it be for you or for your coaches. So I love it. So Michelle put some, let me share my screen again. We've got a couple post ideas for you guys. You want to go over that, Michelle?
Yeah, so this last one, I know Garrett's probably on here. I stole from him yesterday. I saw and I'm like, I like this. And he was getting a lot of responses, but it's an engagement post of congrats, you just won a lifetime supply of the last thing you bought. What do you now have forever? Um, so I like that. And then an idea for a possible health one is that, you know, it costs money to stay healthy, but it's even more expensive to get sick. I like putting that out there periodically because people get so focused on cost when, and we, you know, we break down how to help them realize most of the time it's cost neutral, but it's more healthy to go to doctors and pay for medical bills and medication than to get healthy. So now I need to ask Lori because of my smoking breaks. I've always had to cut out at this point in time. So I don't know how it goes. I don't know if we stay on for a full hour and
Well,
end.
yep. Well, I'll take it from here. And then, yes, so we'll do another half hour of just silent work time. If you can stay on with us, awesome. But I do want to go over this with you guys. So some of you guys were in that Dash Facebook Messenger group. And if you're not in there and you wanted to be added, I've revived it. We're going to have a little fun for March. So we're calling it March Madness All In Crew. So if you are all in and you want to be in this message thread, ask your support team to add you. But what we're going to do is have fun. When we were doing the Dash incentive, there was so much just action and momentum and fun and encouragement. We were doing a tally of how many clients we were getting started. And it was so awesome and inspiring where we're saying, you know, this person's getting healthy because they want to, you know, be healthier for their family or whatever. So let's join in community and have a blast with this, you guys. So anyone starting today through the end of the month, for every 5 clients that you guys get started, your mentorship is going to bless you with $100 bonus and wellness credits for you, because we are supporting you and encouraging you to just partner with people, do those follow-ups, jump in and don't be scared. This is an amazing opportunity. So you can do whatever you want to do with the wellness credits. You can keep it for you, or you could bless some of your coaches or your whatever, your clients that are getting started with wellness credits. That's totally up to you, whatever you want to do with that. But that's what we would like to offer you. And really the most important part of this is that we're going to dive into that support group again and have some fun together and really connecting to every single person that's getting started, their story of why they want to choose health again. And it really does, again, like Michelle said, it gets us out of our head, it gets us into our heart. So let's use the next 30 minutes to do some silent work time and go do some follow-up messages. And tonight is the Habits of Health call. It's a great reminder to give to your clients to join us tonight. So, all right. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Mark.